everybody. Sunday afternoon, and you're at Long Slow Deep, LSD. And hi, Brittany. I'm glad you're here. And yeah, so you're going to need a couple props for this class. It's going to be a really chill class, and yeah, some props that you can use at home. If you have yoga blocks, that's cool. You might need 2 of them. Or you can use like a cushion or a firm pillow if you have one of those. Also, I'm gonna ask that you grab like a yoga strap or like a belt off a robe, or, you know, like a long sock, or just anything around the house that you can find. You can get creative with that. So some kind of strap. If you have a yoga strap, that's fine too. But 2 blocks or cushion, some kind of like bolster-esque thing. I think like a pillow from the bed is fine. And we're gonna start today, and we're gonna take our time starting in case you need to go get some items and come back. That's fine. We're gonna start on our back in Supta Baddha Konasana pose, also known as reclined butterfly pose. And I'll meet you there. We're gonna start here for several breaths. So take your time entering. So reclined butterfly pose. And here's an option. If you do have a bolster or your blocks, you can grab them and put them in between your shoulder blades and one for your head. And you can lay back on them and kind of give yourself a little prop for a back bend. It can be a gentle one, or you can just lie completely flat, whatever you're feeling today. I'm going with the blocks. All right, and see if you can really allow your entire body and all of the weight to really relax here. Begin to take deep breaths. In and out of your nose. You can start gently. Or if you're ready to breathe deep, you're welcome to go ahead and start taking deep breaths. Close your eyes, or find a spot on the ceiling. From here, take 10 deep breaths. Notice what comes up into your consciousness, and then breathe it out with the exhale. You're just drawing energies in as you breathe in, and letting them go as you exhale. Truly soften your body here. Continue to soften your body down. Feel your throat soften. The back of your heart soften. Your hips. Your legs. Your feet. Take another breath in. Fill up as much air as you can take in. Fill up like a balloon. Feel your belly expand. Sip in some more air. Feel your chest rise. Just a little bit more air. Hold it in. Open your mouth, let it go. All right, draw your knees together and into your chest. If you have a pillow or if you have anything underneath you, remove it. Okay. Then you can draw your knees safely into your chest And take a twist to the left. Just knees together, twist. Open your right arm up and just feel a twist through your body. And I really like to hug my knees more up in line with my hips here, so you feel that twist through the whole torso. About 3 more breaths right here. Breathing an ujjayi breath now. Deep ocean waves of breath in your headspace. And the sound of your breath really fills up your headspace. So squeeze your knees together. Activate your belly on an exhale. Squeeze belly to spine. And pull your knees back through center and over to the other side. And then soften. So you feel that burst of effort to lift your legs. And then the softening into the twist. You can reach out through your left arm and really drop your left shoulder blade towards the ground. Okay, take another breath in here. Empty it all out. Squeeze your belly and your knees. Draw back to center on the inhale. Push your thighs into your belly as you exhale and draw your face up into your knees. Wind releasing pose. Now rock and roll the length of your spine. Rock and roll. Kind of popping up into a seated position. So we're just taking an easy seated position now. Anything with your legs that feels good. Sweep your arms up as you breathe in. Twist to the right. Right arm back behind you. Left hand towards your right knee. Lift your heart up as you breathe in. And rinse through your belly as you breathe out. Do this again. Lift, breathe in. Twist and rinse, breathe out. Again, in. Empty. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out completely. Pull back to center, chin, chest, arms can reach up if that feels good. Twist to the other side as you exhale. Breath in, find a lift through the heart. Twist through your belly as you exhale. Breath in, breath out. In, empty. One more time, huge inhale. Rinse and twist, feeling a little heat in the belly now. Pull back to center, breathe in. Hands come to your heart as you exhale. You can take a slight bow to your head, or you can close your eyes. Set your intention here in this space, or call it forth. I want you to engage your hip flexors that are touching the ground, and from there, like squeeze upwards towards your navel. From there, grow up through your side bodies and roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Feel a lift in your heart and take a breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Arms sweep up, breathe in. Tabletop position as you exhale. So just coming into tabletop, take 3 breaths in a neutral tabletop position. Okay, really begin to imagine your collarbones expanding on the front side of your body. And if you had like a couple glasses of water resting down the length of your spine, you didn't want to spill any of those glasses of water. So that's how flat and strong your back is, right? Take a breath in now. Lion's breath, tongue to chin. Look up, cow pose, breathe in. Curl your spine to the ceiling, cat as you exhale. Cow. free now to move on your own. And you can take any dips or bends, any organic movement from side to side that would feel good to you. You can even take this opportunity to stretch out your wrists. If you do need a good wrist stretch, this feels amazing, you guys. Take the tops of your palms down, your fingers to face each other, and then grip your hands into a fist. And you'll feel the stretch on the top sides of your hands. And I think it just feels extraordinary, okay? Maybe you take a sequence of cat-cow with this stretch in your hands. You can always undo it at any time. 3 more rounds. Find a neutral spine, breathe in. Stay here and breathe out. Reach your right arm forward and press your left leg backwards, right? So you reach forward with your front fingers and press your foot backwards. Really strong in your body. Suck your belly up into your body. Take a deep breath in, elbow to knee, crunch. Expand, reach, breathe in, crunch, breathe out. Expand, crunch. 2 more times. Expand, grip with your bottom hand, absorb the work up into your body. Last time, expand, crunch, tabletop, breathe in. Breathe it out. Opposite limbs lift. Hold. Stretch your body long. You're like an electrical current now. All right, you're pulsing with electricity. You're pulsing with energy. Take a breath in, lift up a little bit. Crunch underneath you. All right, there's 5. 4. All right, you get the point, right? Because you're smart and can count. But pay attention to your breath. That's what it's all about. Complete each present moment. Fully with your breath. Last one. Tabletop, breathe in. Child's pose, breathe out. Knees wide in child's pose to take pressure off the tops of your knees from what you were just doing in tabletop. Stretch your arms forward, drop your heart down, drop your head down. Make this an active child's pose. One more big breath in. Breathe out completely. Okay, come up to tabletop. Downward facing dog. You can go wide in downward facing dog to more of a passive down dog, or if you'd like to have an active down dog, you're welcome to, okay? So take these next 5 to 7 breaths to work your body out in downward facing dog. Feel your body become stronger as you breathe. The more connected to your breath you become, the stronger your body becomes. Now take a huge breath in and a big press through your heart as you exhale. Heart to heels as you press. Look forward, breathe in, tippy toe all the way forward into ragdoll pose. You can drop your forearms down and grab onto opposite elbows to create a box around your head. Just make sure you drop your head down. Bend your knees generously so that your belly rests on top of your thighs. Head drops down.
Ribs cascade forward. Now press into the outer edges of your feet while also maintaining a strong press through your big toe mounds. Take another breath in and let your arms dangle heavy as you breathe out. Drop your head. Maybe shake it out a little bit. Okay, now embody cow pose in your chest. Lift halfway, breathe in. Hands to shins or fingers to the floor. Forward fold, breathe out. Round down like cat here. Half lift. Fold. One more time, half lift. Squeeze your belly, stick your booty out. Forward fold, bow. Sweep all the way up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Let's flow through this again. Sweep up. Find that half lift on the way up. Flat back. Catch a little back bend at the top. Forward fold. Find the flat back on the way down. Bend your knees as you bow forward. Half lift. High plank. Okay, here's the thing about high plank. We're not going to do many of them, so get really strong right now. Press your shoulder heads up to the ceiling. Think cat spine. Breathe. Look forward a little bit here. Soften your neck. Broad across your chest. Shift forward on your tippy toes now. Breathe in. Lower all the way down to the ground as slowly as you can. Baby cobra pose. Slide your hands back by your bottom ribs. All right, roll your shoulders back and down. Squeeze your elbows on your back. The shoelaces of your feet are down. All right, take a breath in here. Breathe out. Lift up, breathe in. Just your head and chest. Lower down as you breathe out. Now lift your palms up. Inhale, head, chest, palms. Lower down, breathe out. 3 more. You're strengthening the backside of your heart. So be strong and move from a space of love. Last time, come up, come down. Take your right arm, extend it out towards the right side of the room, in line with your shoulder, okay? Roll onto the right side of your body. Now, here, if you feel like you have to hold your head up, grab a block and slide it underneath your head. Okay, and so the deeper that you, I'm gonna phrase this differently. So the more that you work your booty, your butt cheeks, towards the ground, the deeper the twist becomes. So just calibrate this on your own with the next 5 breaths or so. Deep breaths. Now with your top arm, you can draw circles with your top elbow if you want to, right? You can draw circles with your whole arm if you feel like you need to work out your top shoulder, or you can just roll it onto your back so you feel this opening across your chest. Wherever you are, take 1 more breath in. Use your exhale to slowly roll onto your belly. Stack your palms underneath your forehead, okay, and rest here. Just feel the blood. Like if you could slow down enough to really feel the blood return to your shoulder and move around through your shoulder, what would that feel like? Okay, now slow and steady, extend your opposite arm out, your left arm out. You know, and if you do right or left, just arbitrary, right and left, okay? So just move and breathe. Your body will tell you which side it actually needs first, and we'll get even. Don't worry about that. You can start to roll once again. Top shoulder onto your back. You can always place a block underneath your head. You can take your top foot to the floor, knee to the ceiling. You know, I didn't say this on the other side, but if you want to reach your arms around and try to catch a bind, I suppose you could do that. Or if you have a strap, you want to dangle the strap in your top arm, try to connect the strap together with both arms, you could do that too. A lot of options. Take about 5 more breaths to explore your body with your breath. You want to make circles with your top arm once again, you're welcome to. I think that feels really nice sometimes. Not every time I enter this pose, but sometimes. Today's one of those days, it feels good. And I'm just taking a mental note, right, of all of the things I'm noticing in my body without judging them, without putting a label on them. Slow and steady. Use an exhale to slither back onto your belly. And from here, I want you to prop yourself up into a Sphinx pose, okay? And use Sphinx pose this time to feel the blood recirculate through your shoulder blades. Allow, hair is all, whoo. Right? Now that we can see, where you can close your eyes, you need to see, right? But see if you can slide your shoulders down your back and just send your collarbones away from the midline of your chest. Breath here. Maybe feel your belly begin to engage slightly. As you squeeze your belly up and you draw your shoulders down, you're going to feel some activity start to happen. It's very subtle and soft. All right, deep breaths. At any time, you're welcome to drop back into this pose, okay? If you'd like to deepen the back bend with me, begin to spread out your fingers if they're not already. Your arms are in an 11, right? You kind of have this 90-degree angle at your elbow and your shoulder. Press into your palms and you can straighten your arms. You have to keep drawing your shoulder blades down. Squeeze your belly up. You can walk your hands back to your body if you want to a little bit. I'm talking about one breath at a time, everybody. Slow and steady. For 5 more breaths, you can continue to walk backwards or you can drop back down into Sphinx pose. That's fine, okay? Honor your body. My body's saying, keep going, all right? So we just hold and breathe until the body speaks again and says, you can go a little deeper or stay where you are. Hey, you went too deep, back out. Listen to what your body's telling you. Okay, 1 more big breath in. Roll yourself into child's pose, slow and steady. Curl yourself backwards. You can keep your knees together this time in child's pose. All right, from here, press yourself up to stand on your knees. We're gonna take camel pose, all right? So you have options here. For the sake of today, take your hands and rest them at your low back. Roll your shoulders back and down. Okay, once again, think that baby cobra pose we did on the ground. You want to find that same contraction on the back side of your body. Tuck your toes, all right, if that feels good to you. If you're new to camel pose, tuck your toes. If you're like, I practice camel regularly, you can still tuck your toes or untuck them, that's fine, all right? See what feels best to you and start to push your hips forward. I'm pushing my hips forward towards the front of my mat, right? I'm sending my heart up and back, but what moves my heart is the contraction on the back side of the body plus your abdomen. So channel that Sphinx pose, shoulders down and together, belly squeezes up, come out slowly. Slowly with your breath, you're gonna take down dog or dolphin pose. I'm gonna take dolphin, down dog on the forearms, 5 breaths. Belly is strong here, no matter where you are. Even if you took child's pose, make it an active child's pose, okay? Down dog is active. Dolphin is active. Heart presses to your heels. Tailbone sweeps up, right? Belly squeezes. Slow and steady on your next exhale. Bend your knees. Camel pose once again. Sweep your arms high. And move right into your camel pose. This time, if you want to take one hand to a heel, all right, you're welcome to. You can reach the opposite arm up. Deep breaths here. One more in and out. Use your heart to lift yourself up. And once again, drop into down dog, dolphin pose. You can take child's pose. I'll do down dog this time. 5 breaths wherever you are. About 4 more now. Connect with your breath, everybody. Connect with your intention. All right, one last time. Camel pose. Arms sweep up as you breathe in. And if you were doing the one-armed thing in camel, one-armed camel, you're welcome to. Right? Maybe you go both arms back, okay? Maybe you just hold hands at your low back. It's fine wherever you are. Give yourself room and grace to breathe. Use a strong inhale to lift up from your heart space. Everybody this time, child's pose. Dropping down in child's pose. Knees slightly apart so your belly has room to breathe. Drop your heart down. Stretch your fingers forward. You're welcome to stay here or thread the needle. Left arm sweeps out to the left and underneath your right arm. From here, with my arm that's threaded, my left arm, I like to just reach and like give myself a little half hug. I just think that feels wonderful. I have not been hugging as much as I normally do here recently, and I miss it. So if you miss it, give yourself some love here. Really, truly, like, love yourself. Just pure acceptance of yourself right now is enough. Unravel as you breathe in, slow and steady. Stay on the exhale. On your inhale, right arm extends out to the right side of the room. Thread it underneath. Rest here. If you feel like you're being choked out, okay, draw your bicep and your tricep down away from your chin, away from your neck, towards your shoulder. Breath here. Give yourself another little half hug if you'd like. You're touching the backside of your heart now, so maybe you press your fingers into the backside of your heart and just connect with this space. Next inhale, unravel. Drop down as you exhale. You can stay in child's pose or slither forward into puppy pose. So bring your knees hip width distance apart. Drop your heart down. Your collarbones are trying to rest on the ground. If they don't, that's okay. Just think collarbones down, right? Chin down, look to your thumbs. Or forehead down, that's fine. Breathe here. Engage your belly. Your booty is high in the sky, on top of your knees. Slow and steady. Press yourself forward into Sphinx pose, all right? Just as transition, take a breath in, dolphin pose as you exhale. Okay, take another breath in. We're moving to down dog now. Press yourself up into down dog. A little bit of strength here. Feet together at the back of your mat. Take a huge breath in. Empty out completely. Right leg lifts high. Breathe in. Bend your top knee. Hips stack on top of each other. Look underneath your right armpit. All right, drop your head down. You can gaze slightly to the right. Knee up high to the ceiling. Heel towards your booty here. Take a big breath in. Knee to your tricep. Curl forward. Press the ground away. Really strong here. Look to your right pinky finger and step your foot there. For lizard lunge, step lightly. No elephant stomping, okay? Drop your back knee down. Now, this is great place to use your blocks. Bring the floor up to you, okay? Or one thing that you can do here is drop down to your forearms, if that would feel good to you, okay? Your front foot can remain on the ground, knee hugs in towards your shoulder, or you can splay your knee out towards the right side of the room, ankle rolls to the outer edge. Keep broadening across your chest here. About 4 more breaths now. All right, press up to your palms if you're not there already. From here, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up, lift your hips up, and step your right foot up into the sky, 3-legged dog. Half pigeon pose. Right knee towards your right wrist, lay your quadricep down, okay? Sink your hips down. If this gets to be too intense, you can always roll into your right hip, slide your back knee forward into like an accordion fold with your legs and bow forward when you're ready. Deep breaths here, everybody. As much as you can soften in the upper half of the body, the better, okay? Really try to soften your heart space down and surrender here. And notice what it is that you're surrendering, like what is it that you're willing to give up? What is it that you no longer need, that no longer serves you? Take 3 more breaths now. All right, press yourself upright. All right, take a moment to lift through your heart space, squeeze your belly up. Just a moment of gratitude. Just thank your hips for all the work they're doing. All right, I want you to press into your palms. You're gonna step your front foot into a lunge. All right, tuck your back toes. Back knee lifts, step your foot into a lunge. All right, you can drop your back knee down and take half splits. Or if you kind of have some knee issues and you don't really like putting too much pressure on your knee, you can bump up into pyramid pose, okay? And even if you have a block nearby, right, you can even take the floor up to you in pyramid pose. So I'm gonna hang out in pyramid pose. You're welcome to take half splits, all right? It's all working the same muscles. I feel like in pyramid pose, you kind of get a stretch in the back leg as well. So take the next 4 to 5 breaths. You can even bump up or drop down if you want to. Give yourself some room to breathe. to explore. And I'll drop down here to half splits. So then in half splits, you can also get this good stretch through your Achilles. It feels really nice. All right, meet back into a low lunge, back toes tucked, back knee lifts, press into your hands, shoot your right leg up into the sky, three-legged dog. You can bend your knees, draw circles. You could also straight leg circles. Meet in downward facing dog. All right, take a couple breaths. You just notice the difference between your right and left side right now. Bring your feet together. Lift your left leg high. Bend your top knee. Hips stack. So three-legged dog. You can gaze up underneath your left arm, left tricep. Belly squeezes up, knee up to the ceiling. Okay, take a huge breath in. Really strong in your belly. Shift forward into plank. Knee to tricep. Hike it up. Press the floor away. Shoulder heads to the ceiling. Look to your left, pinky finger, step lightly, lizard lunge. Back knee can drop down. You can also keep your back knee lifted for more strength. That's completely fine. Deep breaths here. All right, you have the options again. You can drop to your forearms. Get a block involved, cushion, anything, pillow, like anything to bring the floor up to you. Front knee can splay out. That's going to work a different part of your hip. You notice that if you keep your knee hugged into your shoulder. So get curious about the sensation you're feeling. Three more breaths. I know my belly kind of wants to check out here, so I'm constantly like re-engaging belly, re-engage the belly. Okay, rise up now. From here, back leg lifts, back knee lifts, shoot your leg up into three-legged dog, straighten it out to the ceiling, half pigeon pose. Okay, rest here in half pigeon pose. Okay, 6 more breaths. Check our time here. Oh, I'd love to see so many people tuning in. Okay, so half pigeon pose. Really breathe. Absorb the work with your belly. Soften your heart space down. All right, rise up, slow and steady. Shoulders down your back, lift your heart, squeeze your belly up. You can even lift your chin, lift your face towards, the sun. I got this like bright lamp over here, so I'm like, the sun. All right, and we're going into the hamstring opener. So either half splits or pyramid pose. But how we get there is you press into your hands, strong core to step your foot in between your hands. All right, option for pyramid pose. Bump your back foot up, straighten out your front leg. Love to use a block here. Also, if you're like, I don't have a block, I don't know what I could use for a block, grab a chair, okay? Grab a chair because you can always slide a chair in front of you and kind of dangle your arms on that chair. Always options. You can even do this at a wall, okay? You can get super creative. All right, about 4 to 5 more breaths. I'm gonna drop down into half splits myself. You're welcome to bump up or down a level. All right, nice and slow. Shift forward into a low lunge once again. Strong body. No swiping sounds as your foot slides backwards. I want you to press your shoulder heads up, pick your foot up, shoot it up into the sky to draw circles, and open up the left side of your body. I'm going to meet in a downward facing dog. All right, from downward facing dog, come up on your tippy toes, look forward, tippy toe all the way forward. Okay, sink your hips down to your heels, boat pose. Land on your booty, shins in line with your heart space, shoulders down your back, squeeze your belly up, deep breaths. All right, from here, press the soles of your feet together. Take your hands underneath your shins, underneath your knees, into like this flying lotus pose. I like to call it floating lotus. Strong here in the breath and in your body. Boat pose. Floating lotus. Boat pose. One more time, floating lotus. Slowly as you can, lower your feet down to your mat. All right, and I want you to just take a moment to bow forward over your legs. This is Baddha Konasana. So we were in Supta Baddha Konasana earlier. The only difference is Supta, meaning you're lying on your back. So we're sitting up right now, Baddha Konasana. Squeeze your belly, lengthen your heart forward. Think about offering your heart forward to what's in front of you, what's yet to come. I'm just willing to receive right now and also give away what's no longer needed at the same time. All right, rise up slow and steady here. From here, I want you to reach your hands forward. You can go palms together, slow and steady. You can also do this with your legs straight out in front of you, which I think is what I'm gonna do. Legs straight out in front of you and roll all the way back. I forgot my strap, so I'm gonna rise up, I'm gonna grab my strap. Ooh, opportunity to work the abs some more, okay? So strap backwards, gonna start over. Don't cheat either, okay? Really give yourself that ab exercise, okay? Grab your strap. Strap it around the bottom of your right foot here. So I'm gonna flip around actually, so you guys can see a little better. All right, so you're strapping around the bottom of your right foot. Right arm is gonna grip the strap up high enough, all right, so that my arm doesn't really have a kink in it. So I notice as I start to pull on the strap, there's a kink in my arm. So I'm gonna grab the slack and straighten out my arm. So this gets a nice long stretch as well, my arm does. From here, this feels really intense, okay? You can always bend your opposite knee, place your foot on the floor, all right? Or keep it extended. Now send some breath into your body here. Now see where you send your breath. Where are you sending it? Are you sending it to where your skin and your clothing connects? Are you sending it to where your skin and your muscle connects? Can you start to penetrate your muscle with your breath and your awareness into where your muscle like hugs your bone, where they connect? 5 more breaths. In each breath, maybe I invite in a little tug on that strap, okay? The more I tug, the more I have to keep readjusting my hand up the strap a little higher. Until eventually you might not even need the strap. You could just get rid of it and hold on to the bottom of your foot, okay? But you know, that's not the goal, right? It's not the goal. Take a huge breath in now. I want you to open your leg over to the right. Open it up to the right. Keep your heel in line with your hip as much as possible here in this position, okay? And flatten out through your shoulder blades. Keep pressing your left hip down. It wants to lift up, right? Okay, if you find your left hip lifted, really roll through there because you're gonna feel it all into your inner quadricep, thigh, groin on your right leg. And your left leg has to support the sensation that's happening there, up in your hips, right? Where your hips and your leg connect. Breathe into that space. 3 more breaths. Now use your strong inhale to pull your heel back up to center, strong inner thigh muscle. Put the strap in your opposite hand. Take it across your body. Roll all the way over onto your left hip. All right, breathe here. Try to keep your heel in line with your hip as much as possible, okay? It's gonna really intensify what's happening in your back glute, in like your medius maximus as well. It's like your outer hip muscle. And just breathe. I feel this like down my IT band. I've had like all kinds of strange injuries to my IT band, so I feel this there as well, right? Notice where you feel it. If you have sciatica issues or your psoas bothers you, like this is the stretch for you. Put your breath into the sensation. Another breath in. Blow it out. Strong inhale. Empty out. Pull back to center. Breathe in. All right, get rid of the strap for a moment. Half happy baby. Also, if you have like trouble with hip mobility, you can also pull yourself down into half happy baby with your strap. Okay? Otherwise, just hand to the outer edge of your foot is totally cool. You can give your toes some love. Hug your knee into your chest. Right? Squeeze your thigh down into your chest. Take a huge breath in. Squeeze it a little deeper. Breathe out. Slide your leg down your mat. Take a big breath in. You can stretch into the length of your body if that would feel good. Blow it out. Strap up your opposite foot. All right, noticing difference from right to left side, right? Evidence of life in your body. It lives in your body. Evidence of life. Like this comes out in the form of injury, or if you've been working out and you got some soreness in there, right? Maybe you have some new muscle tone that you haven't had before, or maybe it's the opposite. I want you to just really, no matter what you notice, really just give yourself some love through it all, right? Love is the absence of judgment. It's the absence of fear. About 5 more breaths now. Okay, take a breath in together. Open your heel up to the left. Breath. Anchor down through your right shoulder, right hip, really strong. Three more breaths. Taking the time to complete your exhale. Use your abdomen muscles to aid your lungs in pushing the breath out. One more in and out right here. Soften into the experience as you exhale. Really soften. Now pull up through center as you breathe in. Put the strap in your opposite hand. Take it across your body. Deep breaths now. Just notice what it is that you feel. Like I can just, my mind already is like wanting to place labels like left side is tight. Warning, warning, left side is really tight. All right, and it's okay. Like I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let that go with the exhale. Right, just quieting the mind. Right, on your next inhale, pull back to center, big breath in. Bend your knee. Half happy baby. Ardha Ananda Balasana. Just a fun word to say in Sanskrit. Like it's hard not to be happy in this pose. You can give your feet some love. Your leg is now bent instead of straight. You can feel your body. All right, slow and steady. Hug your knee into your chest. Take a breath in. Squeeze it in. Breathe out. Flex both feet as you inhale. Slide your leg down your mat as you exhale. Take a big full body stretch. You can interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the ceiling, and stretch overhead if that would feel good. All right, take an inversion now of your choosing. You can go legs up the wall. You can take a shoulder stand. Check out our time here. Oh, we're doing good. All right, I'm gonna put my legs up this door right here. So a really great way to get your legs up the wall without having to scooch all over the place is just slide one hip to the wall that you're going at. Drop your heart backwards. Legs up. Now you might have to ooch a little bit, but now you're here. And if you're in water flow, like you just put your legs in the air, like you can put your hands underneath your hips to elevate your hips, or like up on a block, just whatever feels good, okay? Explore, create, and just let go. You're feeling like really energetic today, like you could always do headstand. Shoulder stand is also great for alleviating excess energy. Everybody, 10 breaths where you are. You're in your inversion. If you're in shoulder stand or waterfall, you're welcome to take happy baby or twist from side to side. Really now, everybody, take this as an opportunity for any final movements that would bring your practice to a completion. We are moving into Savasana, so if you like where you are and you want to rest there for Savasana, you're welcome to, okay? Traditionally, Savasana is done lying flat on your back. Palms up, heart up. And make yourself really comfortable. You can support your knees with a pillow. You can rest back on a pillow underneath your heart and your head. You can use a blanket or a shirt or whatever you have nearby to cover your eyes and block out the light. And wherever you are, lying in your place,
Take a deep breath in. Empty it all out. Take a deep breath in now. And let it go. Again, breathe in. And empty out. Begin to awaken your body. As you breathe deeper, you can roll your wrists around, ball your hands into fists, and fan them open. Do the same with your feet and your ankles. Curl onto your right side in the fetal position. When you're ready, rise up into a seat. Hands can come to your heart. Just take a final reflective breath in and let it go. All right, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon, and thank yourself as well for showing up for you. Namaste. Thank you guys for being here, and you can stay tuned if you're still feeling a little playful and excited to move and breathe. You can join Samantha. We're going to have a live watch party right here on the Yoga Gypsy page at 3:30 for Power Flow. All right, all levels are welcome, of course, even if you're like, what's Power Flow? All right, well, come try it out. It's going to get your heart rate up and a little bit of a sweat going on. So until next time, adios.